Coming up on NewsWatch 12 this morning, ODF is warning the community that we are still in fire season.
Plus, a scam call is being released to the public as an official warning for residents.
And today we're expecting a very hot Tuesday ahead.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. It's 6 a.m. on this Tuesday morning. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm David Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. Let's check back in with Sarah about this really hot day that we're expecting. When are we really going to see the peak in that heat so people know when to maybe get out beforehand?
Yeah, today we can expect to see the peak of the heat when we're heading home from work today. That's when temperatures into the Rogue Valley at least will be into the upper 90s. And around the rest of the region today, when do you expect to see that hotter temperature? It is going to be when you're leaving work around dinner time. But as we're waking up this morning, though, it is a cool start. 57 over into Medford, down into Northern California, 52. Along the coast, still pretty nice this morning, 65 into Brookings. As we're heading out the door to class this morning, again, over into the mountains, into the Klamath Basin, expect your temperatures in the 40s this morning. A few areas still maybe lingering into the 50s. Cooler start in the valleys as well, into the 50s. And along the coast, most of the areas to the north will see their temperatures into the 50s, but down into Brookings, you'll be waking up in the 60s this morning, heading out to the bus stop. Now for the rest of today, we are warming up quite a bit. In Medford and Grants Pass into the upper 90s, almost coming close to breaking another record set back in 1991. And over into the Klamath Basin, Klamath Falls a high of 86 today and cooling down greatly along the coast, only a high of 74 compared to those 90s we saw yesterday. Now as we make our way into tomorrow, we're expecting the chances for some precipitation along the coast. We'll talk more about what to expect around the region in our next forecast.
10 roadside fires burned are now under investigation in the Rogue Valley.
NewsWatch 12's Rocky Walker looked into the ways to keep the community safe as fire season continues into September.
We need to collectively remain vigilant and make sure that we're doing everything we can to prevent new fires from starting.
4 fires burned along I-5 in Central Point on Saturday, and 6 burned early Monday morning in Grants Pass. Rural Metro Fire says these fires are often associated with cars, but investigations are currently taking place to truly determine what the causes of the fires are. Blazes like these serve as a reminder to be mindful of fires on the roadway. I spoke with the Oregon Trucking Association on ways they prepare for road safety, especially in fire season. As professional drivers, those in big rigs are required to keep road and community safety as an essential before heading onto the roadways. Williamson said that truckers do a yearly maintenance check on their vehicles, making sure there's no mechanical failures that could cause any kind of danger to the roadways. But even more so pressing, every single day, commercial drivers do a routine safety inspection of their vehicles, checking the back, making sure no chains are dragging on the floor, making sure that there's no kind of malfunctions that could even cause danger before they even step onto the roadways. Williamson said the level of attention and care is something that we could all learn from for our personal vehicles.
When it comes to the folks that are, just operating their personal vehicles, some of those, again, I think the idea of a basic pre-trip, and it doesn't have to be super long, but just take a moment to walk around the vehicle, check a couple things, make sure, you don't have a leak or something like that. Those are some standard things that will hopefully prevent accidents or these types of incidents.
Those at ODF say the fires over this weekend are a reminder that fire danger is still present. We are still in fire season, and fire safety still needs to be in the community's minds within their day-to-day activities.
And we really need our communities to partner with us to prevent as many fires as we can for the rest of the season so that we can close it out this way without having another big fire here on the district.
Cars can cause fires along the roadway in multiple ways, some unknown to the driver. One of the most common fire starters is a faulty catalytic converter sparking. Another is when tow chains drag on the roadway, sending sparks into vegetation. Fires can even start when you pull onto the side of the road over some of that dead and dry grass, and the heat of your car can start a fire.
Developing story, Mount Shasta police responded to a concern of a potential threat made toward Union School. The circulating TikTok video that sparked concern did not contain any direct threats against specific individuals or the school itself. Police made contact with the juveniles involved and their parents and determined the concern was unfounded. Police are working with the Mount Shasta Union School District and will have an increased presence throughout the week. Police remind parents to discuss social media safety with their children, as every rumor is taken seriously. Moving into a scam alert this morning, the Emergency Communications of Southern Oregon shared audio of a recent scam call. The caller dialed in dispatch with the scammer on the other line. The scammer claimed to be Jackson County Sheriff Nathan Sickler and became defensive when his identity was questioned. The emergency communications personnel on the other end of the phone take a listen.
Yeah, so I have the emerged on here with a call with the dispatcher with the sheriff's office, and I'm just wanting to confirm with them that this is a legitimate call.
Yes, this Mr. Stickler. What dispatcher do you have online? This has never been through this before.
That is not Sheriff Stickler on the phone.
So you're saying that this is not a legitimate call? That is not the person they are claiming to be?
No, that is not Sheriff Stickler.
If you receive a call like this, the best option is to just hang up. If you have any questions, you can call the Emergency Communications of Southern Oregon.
Last week, we told you about the city of Brookings, who agreed to pay St. Timothy's Church $400,000 after a lengthy legal battle. NewsWatch 12 has been covering this case for years now. The city and the church started on this legal journey when an abatement order from the city attempted to stop the church from providing social services to the unhoused population, citing safety concerns. Well, NewsWatch 12 spoke with Father Bernie Lindley with St. Timothy's about where the church's relationship stands with the city.
We want to be able to not only provide flu vaccines, but we want to be able to provide Hep A, Hep B vaccines, shingles vaccines, HPV vaccines, all the different things that you might see that a public health department would provide. Because, in Curry, we don't have a public health department.
Father Lindley told NewsWatch 12 the church's relationship with Brookings Police has remained healthy throughout the last few years. He added, now that the litigation is over, he looks forward to working with the city officials and neighbors as well.